Have you ever felt like everyone's watching your every move and judging every little thing you do? Well, the truth is no one's really watching you as closely as you think. Don't let another year go by staying in your comfort zone, letting other people's opinions hold you back. Today I'm going to show you how to finally get over your fear of being seen so you can show up as your most confident self and have the courage to build your dream life that you've been thinking about for so many years. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with confidence is the fear of being seen, and that's strongly related to this psychological phenomenon called the spotlight effect. This is where you think people are noticing and judging you way more than they actually are. Think about the last time you went outside or you were on public transport. Do you remember what anyone said, what they looked like, or what they were wearing? No. That's because you were probably too focused on how you looked and what you were doing and saying at the time. People don't remember these tiny little details about you. And you can really use this to your advantage to actually go out and do whatever you want and not worry about how you're appearing to other people because they're not even noticing you anyway. Everyone is too focused on their own lives, their own problems, their own insecurities, how they look to other people. And once you realize nobody's scrutinizing your every move, not even your friends or family, it becomes a lot easier to stop holding yourself back and finally do the things that you've always wanted to do. Whether that's posting on social media, wearing the clothes you've always wanted to wear, or speaking up in a group setting. It's actually really freeing knowing that nobody's actually watching what you're doing and everyone's too worried about their own lives. So you can really use that to your advantage and finally have the confidence to go out and do the things and be the person that you've always wanted to be. The next step to getting over your fear of being seen and finally becoming your most confident self is remembering that embarrassment is a choice. Embarrassment is a social construct and it only has power if you let it. And this mindset is literally a game changer. If you fall over in public, if you want to post on social media, or you want to take photos while people are walking by, you can just choose not to feel embarrassed and you feel so much better, so much more confident. Remember, it's only embarrassing if you choose to feel embarrassed about it. As soon as you choose not to feel embarrassed anymore, it suddenly becomes a lot easier to get outside your comfort zone. If no one's paying attention to you, which they aren't, why let fear stop you from living your dream life? If you want to build real lasting confidence, then you need to know the difference between external and internal confidence. External confidence is about how you present yourself to the world. So your appearance, your body language, your style are all things to do with exterior confidence. And there is some truth to that. Things like if you look good, you feel good, I definitely do believe in. However, the true work on confidence comes from inner confidence. And this is real lasting confidence and self-worth that's built on self-trust, self-assurance, self-acceptance, and not relying on other people's opinions for validation. And this is why I don't like the advice fake it till you make it. I don't think that gives you lasting confidence that helps you get over your fear of being seen. Whilst I do think it's important to look after your appearance, and that can definitely help. Things like good posture, having a nice outfit can definitely help you look more put together and improve your external confidence. However, once you've done the inner work and mastered internal confidence, this allows you to walk into any room or situation and be confident without having to put on an act. Now, lots of people make the mistake of thinking confidence needs to be loud, you need to be the loudest person in the room, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Confidence is actually quiet and understated, and real confident people only speak when they have something to say. They don't just speak for the sake of speaking. And quiet confidence is not about proving anything to anyone. Your self-worth does not depend on anybody else's opinions. It's about showing up unapologetically as your true, authentic self. So if you are naturally a louder, more bubbly person, that's absolutely fine. That is you. But if you're more introverted, don't make the mistake of forcing yourself to be loud and extroverted if that really isn't you, because that isn't the definition of confidence. The most confident people don't have to be the most extroverted. They've just accepted themselves enough to know that they don't need to perform or put on an act, and they can just be who they really are. Real confidence isn't built overnight. It comes from proving to yourself consistently over time that you can rely on yourself. This involves keeping promises to yourself, so following through with things you said you were going to do. Showing up for yourself is really going to help boost your confidence, and this can be something so small as starting a little morning routine, sticking to one healthy habit per day and building up from there. You don't have to do this big transformation overnight. It could really be something so simple as sticking to your word. If you said you were going to go to the gym, you go to the gym. And that really helps because confidence starts with yourself. If you can't even rely on yourself, then how are you going to push yourself out your comfort zone and do scary things and go outside and conquer your fear of being seen if you can't even stick to your word? Every time you follow through, you build a little bit more trust with yourself, and in time this is going to compound and turn into real internal confidence that you can go out and use in the real world. The next thing is getting comfortable with discomfort. Confidence is built in the most uncomfortable moments. You're not going to grow as a person and have the courage to do the things you really want to do by staying staying in your comfort zone and hiding from other people. It's like riding a bike. You fall off, you get up, you get back on your bike, and you carry on. And it's exactly the same. Building confidence is not going to be linear, but you need to celebrate the small wins. Those small wins are going to add up over time to bigger improvements. And there will be days that you feel less confident than other days, but it's about the overall picture. I would definitely recommend recording your small wins. So on the days that you don't feel so confident, you can look back at how much progress you've made and how far you've come. And that can really boost you and give you some motivation to carry on. This could be anything from recording a moment that you stepped outside your comfort zone in a journal or a little video diary. It could be something so simple as filling in a habit tracker every morning or every evening. Or if you don't have time, you could just voice note yourself every day or every week of all the progress that you've made with your confidence that week. Having a catalogue of small wins to look back on not only makes you feel proud of yourself, which in turn gives you confidence, it also boosts momentum and motivates you to keep going so you can keep developing as a person and becoming more confident every day. My last tip seems really obvious, but so many people still don't do this, and this is curating your social media and unfollowing anybody that makes you feel bad about yourself. Comparison really is the thief of joy, and you could spend years building up your confidence and it could just be destroyed in minutes by watching a video of someone who doesn't look like you at all, who doesn't have the same genetics as you, doesn't have the same life as you. And really, we all have our own problems and battles, and the best thing you can do is focus on yourself. How can you improve yourself? Get out of the victim mentality of why me, why has it happened to me, and really look at the variables that you can control and what can you change about your life. And the sooner you get started, the sooner this snowball effect will happen and your confidence will grow over time. So once you've unfollowed anyone that doesn't serve you, I would recommend only following people that make you feel good about yourself, inspire you in some way, and people that just genuinely share happy, positive vibes and remind you that being unique and being you is enough. And actually, it would be really boring if we were all the same, if we were all little clones of each other and there was no uniqueness or individuality. The world would be a really uninteresting place. So just remember that actually your uniqueness and your imperfections are what makes you beautiful, even if you can't see it. It's something you really do have to work on. Being individual, being different, being unique really is your most valuable asset. And once you realize that, you really become unstoppable. And remember, if you're at the very beginning of your confidence journey, or maybe you're already a few years in, it's not something that you just achieve one day and then you have forever. You have to put the work in and maintain your confidence level through action, through pushing yourself out your comfort zone. The more you show up for yourself and the quicker you get over your fear of being seen, the more you can push yourself to do the things that scare you, the easier it's going to be to build real lasting confidence that compounds over time. And if you haven't started yet, don't worry, you can literally start today. That's the best thing about life. You can literally decide to change at any moment. And think what you could achieve in 3 months if you finally stopped caring what people thought of you and just went out and lived your life for you. Because at the end of the day, this is your life and we only get one really short life. So why not just spend it how we want to spend it, rather than living it for someone else and living up to other people's expectations, which is just really miserable. My last tip is to spend less time on social media. Spending too much time on social media can really damage your confidence and self-worth journey. So I would recommend limiting the amount of screen time, letting go of this idea that you have to be perfect. Social media unfortunately portrays a false perfect life, but nobody has a perfect life and nobody is perfect. So just remember that. And that can actually be comforting when we are scared to be seen to be trying to do something new. And if you're struggling with doom scrolling and want to get outside and finally enjoy life in the real world, watch this video where I show you 40+ hobbies that you can try to replace doom scrolling so that you can finally get off your phone and build confidence in the real world.